Hi, thank you. Hello again. Do we have enough time for my challenges? I don't think we have enough time. Everybody might think working from home is such a beautiful thing. Yes, it is, but it can also be chaotic because we're not used to this kind of arrangement, and you have to make yourself available all the time for work, and at the same time the responsibility of educating your child is in your hands, which I've never done before, and I'm sure everyone can understand this. That's why I have so much respect now for teachers who can actually do this
and
as
you
a
have to give the
profession.
notice. And as a leader, of course, you need to ensure that everything is prepared, that the staff were all informed, and you need to coordinate everything. And then, of course, along the way, you have to check them from time to time. So actually, this quarantine has teach me a lot of lessons, and I think this is one of the most unforgettable, no, in the
Pero
entire
as a
world.
mother, I guess, when my son, who is based in Manila, he got COVID, I think mid of last year. So, syempre, when he had COVID, he was alone because he was binata na 24, ganyan. When I found out, parang, oops, hindi ako pwedeng mag-travel. So, it was very hard to cope up, knowing na, syempre, you had to check on him all the time. O, kamusta naman? He was quarantined in the house and he was able to recover naman. Pero, you know, when you're a mother, kahit na siguro 24 na yung anak mo, syempre, di ba, parang, you'll think, ala, ano yung mangyayari, di ba, before, parang sinabi na, pag COVID, parang death sentence, di ba? So, it was very tough, but we were able to get through it. So,
I was
yun, as a
7 months
mother.
pregnant nang bago yung lockdown, March. So, I was supposed to stay at work. Ang plan ko is before hanggang mag-due date ako, I will still work. However, due to COVID, diba, I'm at a high risk because I was pregnant and I have to also choose to, ito na yung pipili ka between your health as well and of course of the baby, no? So, even if I still want to work, I had to take my leave earlier because I have to take care of my pregnancy.
Okay, so my what is your, I just said, what is your problem with me? My outlet is the highest performing among all your outlets in terms of revenue, in terms of guest satisfaction, in terms of employee engagement. So what is the deal? What is your problem with me? And then he just says, well, because you're a girl. And it took me a few seconds to register and say, I'm sorry, did I hear you right? So yes, you're a girl.
Actually, when I was an F&B trainee in Singapore, I felt like being bullied, you know, especially being in a foreign country.
Namaranasan ko yun. Siguro, lagi kong gagawin yung ginagawa natin as a woman na even we are women na sinasabi nila na may mga soft spots or like that. I'm going to show them na even folk tayo, or when it comes to the physical attributes na hindi natin kayang gawin yung ginagawa nila. But of course, kasi I'm from province and also doing the farmers challenges wherein I do the farm works like that. So makikita nila sa akin, we're strong.
You know, it's okay to make sacrifices. It's okay to pause. Hindi tayo nagmamadali. Hindi racing to, mga girls. It's not a race. Do it when it's your time. That's just what I want to say. Kasi minsan yung biases kasi maybe it's in our minds, but totoo naman may biases, di ba? But it's okay to say no and then say yes when you are ready.
Experience that I had is not really on the gender, but when it's something to do with my age because I was younger and I become part of an organization and become part of the leadership team in a very young age. So perhaps that's one that I have experienced. But with the gender bias here in the Philippines, I didn't really had that experience. But I thank Miss Mia for sharing that because it's something that, you know, we can learn from.
Na-realize ko nung pandemic, hindi naman totoo yung housewife ka lang. Oh my God. Hindi totoo yun. Imagine mo, like,
multitasking.
multitask talaga. And
Correct.
tayo, di ba, parang gumagawa ako ng PNP or nagte-training, pero iniisip ko anong ulam namin mamayang gabi. Tapos yung mga anak ko nandyan, Mami, gutom na kami. Di ba?
Relate.
That's what we've heard in the panel. Most of us are mothers, and at some point, you will have to choose. In my team alone, I've had, during the pandemic, I think 2 or 3 no, not just during the pandemic, but we've had about 2 resignations of working mothers because their husbands asked them to leave, even if they had higher paying jobs, so that they can take care of the family. We women should understand that our brains have always been wired differently as versus men. You know, there has been many studies about it, and my favorite has been the presentation done by Alan and Barbara Pease. Says that a man's brain is segmented, and the things that connect each segment together are very organized and clear. But women's brain, there's a lot more boxes in there and a lot more connections. That's why we are very good at multitasking.
That's true.
It's okay to be doing so many things all at once. Women can do it. That's how we were built.
Quality over quantity, because I'm like, for the longest time I've been working, so I don't really have enough time for the kids before. But now that we're all trapped in the 4 walls of our homes, I realized na if I just spend, like 30 minutes or an hour with them and just be really present, be there and be totally aware of that time with my kids, ang laki ng impact niya.
We think further than that. After the food is brought in, we think, ilang portions ba to? Ano bang gagawin ko ditong menu? Anong klaseng portioning ang gagawin ko? Saan ko siya isi-save? So we look at we compartmentalize them in different aspects. So we think beyond what is the current scenario. Kaya
Yes, definitely. That's the answer. Actually, kanina, Dave, yung sinabi mo, hindi natin naabutan. Because when I was in the other company, I always thought that I would be forever a sales and the DOSM. Parang I felt during that time, it's going to be hard for me to actually climb up the stairs because number 1, I'm Filipina, and number 2, I'm a woman, diba? That was hard. Kasi doon I think sa leadership role, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, very few Filipinos make it to the top in IHG. So, yun pa lang mahirap na. So, when I transferred and when I moved to Chroma, I was DOSM. That's my passion, sales. And then, I got to talk to my GM before, and I told him, it seems that hindi naman sa pag-aano, pero I want something new. I want a new challenge. And I said, I may want to try a hand in operations, di ba? Parang ganon. It was just one of your mid-year assessment. And then, suddenly, there were emails na parang, okay, you will be given a chance to actually be trained. And then, I never imagined that in a span of less than 6 months, there will be talks and even yung parang bigla akong nandito na sa AEM position na parang, di ba, kung titignan mo lang in our company, they empower women. And mind you, if you empower women, they become empowered leaders. And I'm with Miss Mia when she says that it's different kasi for us women, di ba? Parang people can relate to us better. You know, your staff will be able to reach out to you better because they know na parang, alam mo, it's comforting that we have this in us to be nurturers.
Yes, definitely.
Diba?
You've heard Miss Mabel and Miss Mia that we're all empowered here. Aside that we're in the Philippines na we're not unlike other country na women are second-class citizen. Tayo here are totally empowered.
What I choose to challenge is actually the limits that others put on you. So I want to I choose to challenge. I want to encourage my staff and to encourage everyone not to go beyond the limits other people put on you. That we could always go as far as we can go. We can always start small, and we can always encourage, and we can make a difference as a woman. So
Better to have more education, not just because to have a good position, but also for you to grow and also to share to your colleagues, to your teammates regarding those ideas and those knowledge and those new information wherein makukuha natin sa education. And
I challenge everyone to trust your intuition, because it's backed by science that women are generally more intuitive than men. So if your intuition tells you to make time, and I say make and not find, kasi kung lagi nating sasabihin let's find time, never natin mahahanap yung time. That's why we need to make time to do things that make you happy. You do it. If your intuition tells you to be a working mom and be able to do both, career and motherhood, then do it. And if your intuition also tells you that you're beautiful, and when I say beautiful, this transcends beyond physical attributes, you're beautiful because you have a mind that thinks, you have a hand that works, and you have a heart that loves hard, then you have to embrace that.
Go ahead.
Okay. I choose to challenge myself to influence influence others. Like I'm starting it now with my daughter, to alam mo yun, for them to be proud as a woman and just enjoy to be a woman and ignore the disadvantages, kasi soon enough, alam mo yun, kapag lahat naman tayo mawawala na yung stereotype na women are weak.
Whatever it is
diba?
that you guys choose, we're happy for you. But we're happy that you guys stayed on to listen to us.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Ako personally, I just hope kasi I really want to inspire people that you can become what you want to be. Only believe
But when you're
that you
single
can.
and you have the world at your feet, you can choose whatever you want to be. So I challenge for those of you, Jumilin, don't get married early.
May sabi ni tatay, sana ang apo ko, Jom.
Later na. Marry only when it's really necessary. Go travel, have fun, succeed,
Yes.
whatever you want to do.